Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than Summit City. Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cub Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, and that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com.
On a crisp fall night in Northeast Indiana, we welcome you to Week 1 of the 2025 high school football season, as tonight, the NECC Small School Division champion Churubusco Eagles back in action here on home field tonight as they take on the Bremen Lions, a Lions team that, again, is continuing to try to make an impact here this season, but what can they do here in 2025? And a pleasant good evening to you. Welcome to our 2025 season here on Summit City Sports. I'm Joe Northern. I'll be joined by Jake Kaplan coming up in just a moment. Yes, the T-shirts that are going around here at Churubusco are quite simply good things happen here. And quite simply, great things happened last year as the team won their first division title in the NECC in so many given years. And again, that's thanks to great key components on defense led by Weston Ott and Jake Hulsenbeck. Will that continue in for 2025? We shall see. Meanwhile, for the Bremen Lions, again, 7-5 last season. Nothing to really be nothing to cower on in Lionship, we should say. And with a new head coach and Justin Bordia really talking things over, there's an opportunity for both of these teams to see what they made of in 2024 with new progress in 2025. As we take you back out to the field, let's say hello for the first time tonight to Jacob Havland as he's with the coach for Churubusco in Paul Sade.
Havland with Summit City Sports. I'm with the head coach of Churubusco. I have a couple questions for you. With a lot of players coming back from last year, what are the couple of goals you want to achieve this year?
Well, I think seeing how good we are, what we need to work on, we've got some things figured out over the summer, but ultimately you don't really know how good you are until you start playing. And so, good opportunity tonight against a good Bremen team. Traditionally is a very solid small school program, and we haven't played them in a long time, so hopefully it's a good measuring stick, and hopefully we can compete with them.
And with a lot of seniors coming back this year, what is the seniors' goals this year as they serve with you?
We're one game at a time. I know that sounds really like coach speak, but it is. We don't know how good we are. There's a lot of people out there that like to, how is things going, how are we going to be, and the answer is you don't know. There's a lot of unknowns. It's hard to simulate game speed in practice and even scrimmages. So do I think we have the potential to win some football games and compete for some championships down the road? I do, but we haven't proven anything yet, and honestly it doesn't matter until we do. So hopefully we can play well tonight. I think our seniors have the right mindset that it's a one game at a time thing, and we have to be better. If we're not better after the game tonight, regardless of the outcome, then it was a failed attempt.
Gotcha. All right, Coach, thank you so much, and good luck tonight. Coach of the Lions right now, I have a couple questions for you. With a newer offensive team, what are you going to look to accomplish this year?
We're just hoping to establish ourselves with the running game and the offensive line. That's kind of where our returners are, and so more experience on the line than, like you said, at the specialties area.
Gotcha. And besides the offensive line, what group are you looking to step forward this year and lead your team?
Leading the team wise, right? The seniors, and then our captains, the guys that have come back, right? And so for us, it's Louis and Logan Fredrickson, and so those are our captains and our multiple year starters on the offensive and defensive line.
Gotcha. All right, Coach, thank you so much. Good luck tonight.
As the anthems are complete, we welcome in Jake Havland. Again, this is, two teams that have a lot of different energy going into 2025. Churubusco coming in, a lot of key seniors, but Bremen also, too, a lot of a new leadership, obviously, with Justin Bordia continuing to lead the charge in his first season for Bremen. Your thoughts going into this one tonight?
Yeah, like we were talking to Coach before, we had a lot of offensive line experience and defensive line experience coming back this year, and I know they want to utilize that in the run game. And if the run game's working, that opens up the pass game. We saw Bremen last year use the pass game a lot. They were a balanced team last year, but a lot of offensive production is gone. I know they're going to run it up the middle, keep their offensive linemen busy. And we should have a good game tonight.
We absolutely should. And talk about Churubusco on the opposite side of thing again. As we mentioned, a team that just found a way to get a late-season surge, winning that small school division in the NECC. But they did a lot of it on defense more than anything.
Yes, they did. So in the first 3 weeks, Churubusco just couldn't get anything going. Their first game, Columbia City, a very good opponent. They lost 42-0. And then they lost 3 more games, 33-8 to Lakeland, and then 41-0 to Garrett. But then they finished their season in a 5-3 record, losing to Adams Central later on in the sectional. But when you go to a team like Adams Central, it's hard to match with that. But with Churubusco, what they have coming back this year, they might be competing with Adams Central in that sectional this year.
Absolutely, and that's going to be a tough sectional. Also, too, we're not the only game in town here tonight. Of course, 7 feeds for you here, 7 games for you here on the network this evening. And we think we have a really good competitive one between really 2 small school teams that have kind of flown a little bit under the radar, but a lot really looking forward to. Again, Churubusco 5-6 last season, Bremen at 7-5. Looking forward to seeing what can come from them. We will step aside and get ready for the most electrifying, one of the most electrifying intros, we should say, in the 260. Coming up in just a moment. Friday night, week 1. Glad you're with us on SummitCitySports.com.
for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
And a special thanks to one of our new partners in Watermark Sports, again, for being a part of Summit City Sports and the best photography in the area. As you see on the field coming right now are the Bremen Lions, 7-5, new head coach this season in Justin Bognia. And again, a team that has a lot of young energy ready to go here at Churubusco. And again, a team making the long drive north, about an hour 15, give or take, here to the Smith Green School District, Smith Green Community Schools District, with Churubusco continuing to dominate it. And meanwhile, of course, one of the big traditions here at Churubusco is, if you take a look down at the bottom, or at least on our screen right now, as Jake's getting a great shot of it, one of the great traditions is with some of the big rigs and the big trucks, they get all of the students lined up and ready to go to welcome their team onto the field, and it is certainly a sight to see. Jake, before we toss it over to Brian James, the PA announcer, you know, there's quite few introductions that really get crowds fired up like this one.
Oh, for sure. In Turtletown, you're going to have a good time here.
Absolutely, and they've treated us so well here tonight. And again, this is a team that's looking to try to make a little bit of momentum here in 2025. Again, winning that small division in the NECC. Bremen going against 7-5. Both teams looking for positive momentum in just a second. And in just a second, we will join the public address announcer for the Churubusco Eagles in Brian James, as he will introduce the Eagles, again coached by Paul Said. A lot of great returning forces, 17 seniors returning for the Eagles here in 2025. And with that, let's go to the public address announcer in Brian James. Summit City Sports. You're not down below? Nope. They wanted to give us a better view. As we are still waiting on the Busco team to walk their way in, they're trying to get a few more students lined up, as they've got some capes, they've got a lot of different things. And here comes the diesel. And just a moment, here come the Eagles. You can see the smoke coming from the exhaust. And now, let's go to Brian James.
Ladies and gentlemen, on your feet and welcome your 2025 Churubusco Eagles.
Get a little closer if you can. Try to get as close as you can. Headed out by the quarterback, number 9 in Brody Lawrence. Again, a Busco team that has a lot of motivation coming in here into this 2025 campaign. Can they find a way to right the ship, finish above 500, and go back-to-back in NECC Small School Division titles? We'll find that out coming up in just a moment. And tonight's game on Summit City Sports is brought to you by the Big Eyed Fish. You can enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment with 4 locations best to serve you, only at the Big Eyed Fish. By Tom Steele Tire, 2 locations off North Clinton and West Jefferson. The Big Eyed Fish, where you can enjoy the best, Tom Steele Tire, with 2 locations best serving for over 40 years for tires and for the best automotive services. They don't have fish, but they do have great automotive services. By Ottwiller Contracting, from bid to build, Ottwiller Contracting has you covered. Visit them online at ottwillercontracting.com. By Summit Volleyball, building and training the highest quality volleyball players in the 260. Visit them online at summitvolleyball.com. Together, we can reach the summit. By Jolly Law Firm, the area's premier criminal defense firm. Whether you're facing an OWI or any other criminal accusation, visit them online at jollylawfirm.com. By Siaka Cleaning and Restoration, the leaders in water damage, janitorial, and restoration services. You can visit them online at siakas.com. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis. They're built for your convenience and flexibility. Visit them online right now at online.sf.edu. By the leaders in design, build, and mechanical and refrigeration, TJW Industrial. Visit them online at tjwindustrial.com. By the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with the Labor's District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana, we are LIUNA. You can earn your edge this season thanks to Parkview Sports Medicine's Edge Training Program, building and help you achieve excellence. Visit them online right now at parkviewsportsmedicine.com/edge. And brought to you, of course, by the folks at Summit City Sports. You can follow us on X at 260sports. Like us on Facebook and on Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, which I can tell you tonight, Jay Kaplan, this is a night you definitely want to subscribe already. Week 1 in what's already been a busy week 1, and already a few surprises going on in store with some games kicking off just a little under 30 minutes ago. Again, obviously, your alma mater, Adams Central, trying to go back for that title defense, but some other great action going on. What can you tell us so far?
So in the Adams Central game, we got Adams Central leading 7-0, and is the beginning of the second quarter. I saw that Adams Central was at the 2-yard line on their first drive, and they fumbled it. However, Garrett went 3 and out. AC was already in red zone territory, and Jamie put it in for a 2-yard run. AC is up 7-0. I saw that Snyder and Warsaw game. Warsaw had trouble holding on to the ball, and Snyder took advantage of it very early in the game. I know Snyder is going for that big division title this year in the Summit City.
That they are. Other games in action. Lurs and Leo, already a scoreless affair in the second quarter as that stands. Jeff Mahoney's with you at Lions Field. East Noble and Wayne. The Knights already up 14-0. They are just in the late stages of the first quarter in that one. Take a look at Eastside and Woodland. That one right now, 14-0. The Blazers in prime control. And in other action tonight, Northrop leading over New Haven. That is right now 14-0 in advantage of the Bruins. Northridge and Northside, that is a game that we are waiting to come on in just a moment. We do apologize for any delays coming on for that one, but we are with you all night long as we continue. And again, great evening so far. Another score we have for you, Heritage leading over Belmont as the Patriots leading that one 21-0 early on in the first quarter, at the end of the first quarter, we should say. So again, it is week 1, Jake. You know, there's no better time of year and nothing but optimism ready to go for not just obviously our two teams tonight, but all across the board.
Right. And with Churubusco, with a lot of players coming back, you know they're going to run the ball. They're going to try to establish the run game early. And Bremen, with the offensive line they have, they're going to see if they can bounce the ball out with the run and the pass attack.
Well, Busco going to go and just lob that out of play, a light squib kick to get this thing going, and we are underway. So projected starters we have for you tonight, at least on the board, for Bremen, we should say. Looks a little bit like this. You have number 8 in Jack Walder, number 8 Braden Parrish on the running back, number 45 Derek Miller, a two-way player and running back, Dakota Hickey, number 83, Lucas Fredrickson, number 71, Ethan Britton, number 73, Josh Onway, number 62, Luis Garcia, number 53, Logan Fredrickson, 59, Nick Slusser, number 6, and Jake Rodriguez wearing number 4, as the Lions again going to be in white jerseys with the green stripe down the middle, green numbers outlined in black with the B on the logo for Bremen. As they get this one underway, lobbed over, opposite side, they go to Parrish, quickly brought down, as Parrish has no room to move with.
Taken down by number 78.
It's going to be a loss of at least 1, if not no gain. So they're going to move the lines on that one, move the chains on that one just a little bit, to actually still just keep it with no gain.
No gain on the play, brings up second down and 10.
And second down and 10 upcoming. Suns starting to set with that Eagle logo going right to left in your screen. So they go back under center again, back to Wilder. Wilder again is going to run this up to the middle. As it looks like tonight, and Jake, no surprise on this, that Parrish is going to be driving the offense again, one of the few senior returners for Bremen here this season.
Yeah, you saw, if you look at Max Prep, a lot of their production graduated last year, so they're looking for this next step up man. And as of right now, they're gaining 4 yards, and they're on a 3rd and 6. Let's see if they go to a pass play here.
It's probably going to be the move, one wide out to the right, Parrish right next to him. And they're going to actually do the fake handoff. Wilder again, going to keep his own hands on it, but little to no room to run, and a gain of maybe 1 or 2. So the QB sneak does not work, and already a quick 3 and out on the board for Bremen to start the season. Great start if you're Churubusco again with the defensive-minded squad that they have. So now we'll see the Eagles get an opportunity here on 4th down. So we'll look to see if they punt it away, and they will. And it is going to be the quarterback kicking it off, and Jack Wilder to go for it. So he'll lob this in the back, 2 back, roughly their own 20, and Churubusco's own 20. Nice kick. They get that down to the 15. They do a little lob handoff. That goes back to Brock. Brock on the run. Brock on the chase, and brought down to the 44-yard line. A great gain of just as Bryce Lawrence gets the quick run on it to get about a 32-yard gain, roughly under 30 yards, we should say. And first down and in great field position. Again, a great start if you're Churubusco.
Right. Now let's see if Churubusco can establish the run game here.
The run game is something that they have been known on this season, or I should say previously, knowing to run it up and down as much as they can. And Busco again to bring it in. And back into the quarterback. Coming in for Busco. It's back in the hands of Lawrence. Lawrence tries to get the pass off to connect to his brother, Bryce Lawrence, but no gain. With 9:38 left to go here in the first quarter, no score. But the big run from Bryce Lawrence got things underway for Churubusco and are in good field territory to get things going. And we can confirm in one of the other games tonight, East Nova leading over Wayne 14-0 there at the end of the first. Northrop currently on top of New Haven 14-0 as it stands. Great crowd starting to file in. Well, have filed in, we should say, here at Churubusco. Can they continue to keep it going? Eagles going to be in the black jerseys with the gold helmets and the white numbers. Little lob down fake off the hands of Lawrence, but not too much movement for Grant Sievers. Again, the freshman or the senior fullback coming in 5'10", 191.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
So 3rd down and 11. They lose 1 on the play in that one. And again, the quick kickoff return. Bremen answering very quickly and trying to shut down that open gap. 3rd and 11. As we just crossed that 9-minute mark here in the first. Lawrence again under center. Lawrence lobs it to his right. He gets this across, but nowhere to go to.
Brody Lawrence pass falls
and great defensive coverage again coming in from the Lions, so it'll be back-to-back 3-and-outs to start this matchup again. Really no gains in terms of yards, only really 4 yards gained overall in the first 2 drives in this one.
Right. We said we were going to see Churubusco run the ball, but they tried to utilize the pass game, but everything was covered by Bremen. And now it's a 3-and-out for Churubusco.
And they've done a great job of at least trying to get some of that protective defense up front. Again, Nick Slusser, a star sophomore, really trying to lead that way on that passing attack. And just like that, it is going to be 3-and-out. And another chance for Bremen again to bring it over. Nice kick across. It is touched, still live. Picked up by Busco. He will score!
Number 28, Colt Singleton.
Colt Singleton, scoop and score! Busco scores 6.
I hope you got that. The win.
So the great push coming in from Colt Singleton, forcing a little bit of the misconnection off the Bremen defenders. And Busco with the early start, 6-0. As you can hear the school song starting to play. And again, not really anything better you can do off coming off the 3-and-out in that one.
I think it's coming back.
Wait, hang on. They will say that this might be coming back. Potential. Look to see if it's potential hold or if he maybe had his foot out of bounds. It will be out, so we'll bring that back. As again, I worried he did maybe get a foot down kind of on that Busco sideline. So again, no touchdown on the board. But again, a great defensive recovery on the hands, off the hands of Bremen and on the board for Busco. So again, another chance and even great field position coming up at the 27-yard line. Lawrence again up front, maybe another chance at it, but gets at least enough movement forward coming in from Grant Sievers.
Taken down by number 6, Nick Schroeder.
But not enough to get the, well, see if they rule it as the first down, and they do. He got just enough to get it across as they're now in the Bremen red zone. So 1st and 10 on the Bremen 18. As we get a quick look of Lawrence again under center, going 2 wide out to his left, 1 running back. Lawrence again up front, who's going to go for the handoff again. This time it's a little bit closer.
Number 45, Bryce Lawrence.
As Bryce Lawrence gets his hand on it, and he had another first down, so 1st and goal. And again, we know that offensive attack is going to be run through a few key components tonight in Bryce Lawrence and in Grant Sievers. So again, the touchdown brought back off the deflection from Singleton. But Busco now at the Bremen 1 with a chance to try to get it on the board. This one brought up inside, but again, brought down by the Bremen defense. A loss of about 3 on the play. Coming off the hands of number 14 in Carson Tonkel. So 2nd and goal, 3rd and goal, we should say. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, they're going to spot it at the 3. Again, with the sun coming down. No matter how many pairs of sunglasses you have right now, it's still tough to see as it stands. And another chance upcoming off the right hash. It's Lawrence again under center. Lawrence hands this off, and an escort into the end zone. That time it's a touchdown for Busco. As his brother's keeper, Bryce Lawrence, gets it across. Busco now with 6. So a quick score on the board. This time goes into the way of the Eagles, and they take a 6-0 lead here in quarter number 1 with 6:41 left to go. And again, Good clock management on the board coming in for Lawrence. Last year, he had only 2 receiving touchdowns. So again, already 1 touchdown coming in on the rush to begin this season. And exactly what you need if you're Busco. Extra point
Number 31
is
Grant
no
Stevens on the
good
carry, just short
as they
of
try to
conversion.
go for the 2, but does not fly to make it 6-0. So 6-0, Busco with the early touchdown on the board. As we'll be back in just a moment. This is high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
So after the initial scoop and score being brought back for Churubusco, they do get it into the end zone thanks to the quarterback, or thanks to at least the halfback in Bryce Lawrence. Again, we know the offense is going to try to run through him a little bit this season as Busco quickly answers back to make it 6-0. They missed the 2-point conversion, but again, the most important thing that I take a look at, Jake Avalon, is the clock management. You burn about 3 minutes off that play at least. You know, you get yourselves in good position. Now what do you need to do to really shut it down on defense moving forward?
Right, so on the defense, you want to make sure that you're capitalizing on their mistakes. If you can take advantage of their offensive line or defensive line, crash it and get the ball back.
That's going to be brought up to the 42-yard line. That's off the hands of number 83 in Dakota Hickey. So Bremen again with good field positioning, another chance to bring it back. Again, a Lions team that went 7-5 last season. Had a great run going into postseason play last year, but just falling out of regionals as they ran the table with Lake Station Edison and Rensselaer Central, but then losing to Andrean in their sectional final. So no gain on the carry. In fact, they might actually lose a few yards on that one. Their public address announcer, Brian James, taken down by a flock of eagles. If it was only a flock of seagulls, I think that would be interesting. That's for all you New Wave fans out there. 2nd and 9, or 2nd and 10, we should say. We'll spot it. Again at the 43, no movement. This one going to be lobbed out. High shot. It is off the tip. Nearly a great pickup off the hands of number 4 and Jake Rodriguez. He was looking to pure daylight with one man to beat. But it'll go incomplete. 3rd and 9. As we're just a little over halfway here in quarter number 1, and 3rd down upcoming. Got a lot of gold here, old gold here tonight in the crown, and black and white, the Busco colors. But fans making the drive from Bremen as well. A lot of green on the opposite side of our stands. We are on top of the Busco media box here tonight to get kind of a high view. It's going to be handed off inside, but again, no gain, no movement. And an opportunity for the Eagles again to try to get some good field positioning as they go 3 and out.
Brought down by number 21, Emmanuel Serrano.
That's going to go again.
Jack Holzenbeck.
So a little bit of a double tackle on that. Emmanuel Serrano and Jack Holzenbeck, number 21 and 51, getting their hands on the Bremen runner. And we'll see Jack Walter again to bring it over. 2 men in the back, Bryce Lawrence and Carson Tonkel for Busco. That's a booming kick, going to go all the way back to the 10. He loses the football, saved by Lawrence. Lawrence again, going to try to find an open gap to his right, and he does. He goes to the 30. Flag at the 17. This one might come back, likely will come back, as we get a penalty once more at the 17.
Number 8, Jack Redauer.
So that'll be coming back to the 17-yard line of Churubusco. Again, they were looking for a hold on that one, and they got it. So again, Busco going to have a lot of field left to work with here with 5:04 left to go. But again, clock management, it's been something that we've seen Busco do a lot of tonight. You got 83 yards to work with, really a lot of time to work with, too. You have that 6-0 lead, but you really just want to try to hammer it down early if you're Churubusco.
Right, and also you saw them in their first drive trying to utilize the pass game. I'd like to see them test this coverage here. I know their wide receivers may have an advantage tonight on their secondary.
Well, they're going to push that back just a little bit more. So half the distance in the back, and they're going to go back to the 8.5-yard line. So Busco going to have a lot of work left to do here on this drive as they start that at the 8. And a slew of Lions, again, just attacking up front. 2 Grant Sievers up front to make it 6-0. Joe Northern, Jacob Havlin, delighted to have you with us. Week 1 on a crisp Friday night here in the 260.
It's very beautiful tonight.
And I think one would say it's a Chamber of Commerce kind of evening, if you will. But another opportunity upcoming for Churubusco as they gain about 3 yards on the play off the Sievers carry.
Maybe a toss out on the right side here.
They've got the open man to go for. Instead, they go for the handoff again. Sievers going to get a little bit of the rush, maybe just enough, and it will be. So a good run coming in from number 31 in the senior in Grant Sievers. And a first down for the Eagles. It's going to gain about 13, 14 yards on the rush to make it, again, first and 10 at Busco's 21-yard line. Actually, they're spotted at the 20. So a 13-yard carry officially. Lawrence again hands this off. He's going to go over to Tonkel. Tonkel again gets a nice little run again. Just kind of doing a good job of at least cutting up into like kind of the left side of that Bremen defense. And again, that feels like that could be the weak side and the sweet spot tonight for Churubusco.
Just pinched my ear off.
So back-to-back first downs on board for Churubusco.
And then it looks like they're going to stay with the run game here. And if they can keep the run game going, there's no reason to pass the ball.
And back-to-back first downs, gain of 16 for Tonkel. With 3:36 left to go here in the first. As they go in the back, still kept into the hands of Lawrence. Lawrence on the run, lobs this high. That goes right back in the hands of his brother's keeper. Here's Bryce Lawrence. He will score!
Brody Lawrence pass complete to brother Bryce Lawrence for a touchdown.
A quick Busco touchdown on the board for number 45, Bryce Lawrence, finding the connection. We take a look at that again once more, powered by our friends at Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. And again, gets a great juke up the middle, a 64-yard pass officially, and on the board for number 45 and Bryce Lawrence. So Lawrence already 2 touchdowns tonight. Didn't have one last year. Now with 2 on the board immediately. And it's 12-0 advantage Eagles. They're going to go back again for 2. And this one in time for Tonkel.
The conversion is good by number 14, Carson Tonkel.
So Carson Tonkel answering the call on his side. And just like that, Churubusco with a major advantage with 3:25 left to go. It is 14-6 advantage of Churubusco. Back in a moment. This is high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never make it up. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook. Big low come through frying. Hey, let her cook. Okay. Too much cake out bow. Oh God, let her cook. All these toss.
So a quick 64-yard touchdown to the house from one Lawrence to another, Brody to Bryce. And just like that, it is Busco with the advantage, leading it 14-0. And just like that, you know, it's been one of those matchups tonight that Busco's been able to find the edge against the Bremen team that's been trying to rebuild just a little bit more. And they've done a great job doing so. This one booted up. And a booming kick down to the 15-yard line, picked up again by the Lions. Now they're trying to find the angle up front. Here's Jake Rodriguez, forces this out of play at the 31.
Taken down by number 14, Carson Tonkel.
So Tonkel again getting that one tackled down, but again, still a lot of work left to go here in this one. So Bremen down already 14-0. Still some work left to go if you are Churubusco, or if you're Bremen, I should say. But again, still anybody's game. 3:17 left to go. And it's been about the running attack, or at least so we thought it was going to be about the running attack. But instead, lobbed back on the opposite side on the board immediately for Churubusco. Here comes the other chance. This one
number 8,
down and
Jake
out.
Rodauer keeps the ball in the carry. Taken down by number 51, Jack Holstenbeck.
Holstenbeck going to get the tackle on that one. So just like that, again, Bremen,
makes it
or we should say, not necessarily Bremen, but but in the meantime, however, it's coming right back into the hands of Bremen, getting a nice gain. So it's 2nd and 2. 2:40 left to go here in the first. They hand this up the middle, and a first down tonight. The first first down of tonight coming off the hands of Braden Birch.
Brought down by number 10, Weston Ott.
Weston Ott bringing that down. Again, a name you're going to hear a lot this season. Ott, one of the key tackling forces for this Churubusco squad, as they, again, already have done most of the work on defense tonight. 2 straight 3-and-outs, but they won't get the 3-and-out here on this one, as Bremen gets their first down of the night. 2:16 left to go and counting, as they're at their own 42. Chance up coming off the handoff. They go to Parrish. Parrish again. No room to run. Going to have a loss of 2 on the tackle.
Down by number 51, Jack Holstenbeck.
As Jack Holstenbeck brings him down, and just like that, you're looking at a 3rd and 12 situation.
Brings up 2nd down and 12.
4, or I should say 2nd and 12 situation at the hands of Bremen. They're trying to continue to push a little bit forward, but again, a slew of Eagles trying to bring Mosier down, a slew of Lions to try to keep him going in the meantime, but not too much left to work with, as that'll be about a gain of 5. So you're looking at 3rd and 7
5-yard gain makes it
at their own
45
45-yard line. They're going to go for the lob pass. Intercepted. It is intercepted by Lawrence. Lawrence, no men to beat. Back to back.
Pass from number 8, Jake Ridauer, intercepted. Number 35, Bryce Lawrence.
As Bryce Lawrence again gets it on the board. And just like that, 20-0. And the route is certainly about to come on here at Churubusco. And the opportunity upcoming again once more for the Eagles, as again, with his third touchdown tonight in Bryce Lawrence, getting it off the pick. And a timeout called by Bremen. Or actually, Churubusco's going to take the quick timeout with 36.2 left to go in this one. But another great move across here in this first quarter. And again, what else can you say about number 45 in Brody Lawrence? Or Bryce Lawrence, I should say.
Yeah, he's been everywhere tonight. He was getting it done on the offensive side, and now we're seeing it on the defensive side, getting the pick 6. That was a great play.
Absolutely. And again, you got to think, again, credit to at least finding those open gaps against really a Bremen defense that it is going to be something they're trying to rely on, but also to new defensive strategies, new offensive strategies tonight. Busco somehow have found a way to really pick it apart here this evening.
Now, if you're Bremen, where do you go from here? You're already down a couple scores now, and you would like to see if they change up their offensive scheme, maybe change it up defensively.
You would think. I think also too the run situation has been good, but again, 20-0, early on, it has not been not comebackable. But again,
Weston Ott is kicking for the extra point.
As we're going to see the kick now for Weston Ott, his first time, an opportunity to bring it over. The kick is up, and it is no good.
Kick is no good.
So the PAT no good. 20-0 already. Busco early on just continuing to obliterate a Bremen team that sees, a lot of potential and a lot of great movement moving forward. But again, you have to think, though, too, Bremen, where do you go from here? What are really the first things you look at when you try to reset going into the second coming up?
Well, I'm going to go back to our script. Don't do something that you don't know what you're doing with. Stick to your game plan. And last thing you want is just guessing what you're going to run next.
And so Bremen again with, another opportunity to at least try to close the gap, but it's been 3 touchdowns, all of them on the board tonight from Bryce Lawrence. He's already got the hat trick in 11 minutes and 11 minutes, 23.8 seconds with 36.2 left to go.
That's awesome.
That's again that really time depth scoring for you at the end of the day.
And with this good core of players Churubusco have, they've been playing a lot of varsity. So they're used to these moments. They're used to playing week one in a good competition of week one, and they're taking advantage of it with a 20-0 lead.
Well, again, the T-shirts that we've seen all across here tonight, great things happen here. Great things have already happened here in this first quarter and then some. Going to go again and lob this down. Bounces off the foot of Rodriguez. Going to be a touchback. And so Bremen going to reset coming up at the 25. Well, again, other games in action, we will get you updated on those as time permits. We do want to note, in one of the games we have on the air right now, Northrop leading 21-0. They are at the end of the first quarter over there. Last we checked for Warsaw and Snyder, another big game. Eli Lawrence is with you out there right now. 18-16, that's a shootout going on at Spooler Stadium. Adams Central trailing 7-0, the Class 3 champions. Against Garrett again, that's been one of those matchups. Garrett's had their number the past couple of years, too.
Did you say AC was winning?
I said they were losing.
Oh, yeah, AC's up 7-0.
Or AC's 7-0. I'm sorry. The way that the tweet you showed me made it feel like it was a losing effort.
That's on me. That's on me.
That's all good. Again, it's week one for everybody. As the clock continues to run, 20 seconds remaining. As they push this back a little bit further, they're going to spot it the 21-yard line, so they'll get maybe 1 yard on the gain on that one. But actually, they'll say they lose a yard, make it 2nd and 11, but does not matter as the clock continues to run. 3, 2, and 1, and that is how this first quarter will come to a close. Well, it's a Busco booming start here as they lead it 20-0 over Bremen. Back of the second, this is high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
Thanks for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Or getting the premium, whatever. No.
20-0 the advantage of Churubusco, continuing to dominate over the Bremen Lions as the team switch sides. We welcome you back, Joe Northern, Jake Havlin. And again, really, I think there's only two names, really 3 names we have to say here tonight. Bryce and Brody Lawrence.
Right, it's the brother duo tonight. And, I mean, so far in this first quarter, it's just been a brother show. That success goes all year, and they have a deep playoff run this year. Because this is a very fun team to watch.
Absolutely. Another chance up front. They go way in the back. Bremen looking for a chance to push forward before being brought down by 2 different Eagles. That's going to go number 51 and Jack Huselbeck and number 63, Quinn Blake, bringing it down. Actually, Campbell going to be bringing that down in the meantime, too. So 3 different Eagles on the attack.
Number 4, Jake Rodriguez on the carry.
As Rodriguez is on the carry, but he's going to lose 3 on the run to make it now 3rd and 14, just underway here in quarter number 2.
I know we already might have said this already, but this weather is just so beautiful. Like, I have missed high school football.
I think we've had worse Friday nights, that's
yes.
for sure. Here's, again, the pass. They're going to lob this over, but picked away. Again off the hands this time of Grant Sievers, was able to get that deflection down and in to make it now 20-0.
Number 31, Grant Sievers.
As Grant Sievers, again, you got to talk about, he's done a great job getting some key rushes for the Eagles, but on defense, he found a way to shine here tonight.
Back to receive the punt will be Bryce Lawrence.
So again, another 3-and-out. It's the 3rd time they've had a 3-and-out here tonight at Churubusco.
Now, if you see at the Eagle logo, we got a Lawrence brother over there. He might return this.
I think we've seen that maybe a time or 2 tonight. Putted away by Walder. Gets this off. It's actually good of Tonkel, but then he hands it off to Lawrence. Jukes one to the back, still on his feet.
Up.
Down at the 40. Still brought down, and now brought down by a slew of Lions in their own territory at the 43-yard line.
Number 45, Derek Miller.
As Derek Miller was the man on the tackle. Again, to make it 20-0 in advantage of Busco. But again, they're going to be deep in their own territory. But again, we've seen a 64-yard touchdown pass early on. And the rushes have just continued to dominate for the Eagles. I mean, you have to think, do you want to try to just keep the run going? You've got the 3-touchdown advantage.
And also time is on your side, too.
Time is very much on your side. Just 10:51 early on here in this second quarter as they go with the run on it. As Sievers is going to get the quick carry on it. Going to get about a gain of 3 or 4 on the run. So off to a quick start. The Eagles are, again, 20 points. I would say 18 of them on the board tonight for one Bryce Lawrence. And his brother, again, Brody, on the pass tonight. So here we go, 2nd and 6 on the 46. They get this one, handoff again. They go to Sievers on the rush this time. Gets enough for the rush of the first down. They take it up to the 39-yard line. Slusher bringing them down. Good gain of about 21, 22 yards on the hands of Sievers. And you have that lead back again of 22-0. get you updated on some of the other action coming up here tonight, but we do know it's 18-16. Warsaw, the Class 5 runner-up last year, over Snyder at Spooler, 18-16. You can watch that game right now. Eli Lawrence is on the call. Meanwhile, handoff again coming up to Lattimore. He gets a nice little rush up to the 27-yard line. And another first down for Busco, and they're just finding a way to really pick apart this Bremen defense.
Taken down by number 83.
So again, 6th first down of the night thus far for Churubusco, as they set it at the Bremen 29. As they've only had 1 3-and-out this evening. Bremen already with 3 3-and-outs. 9:21 left to go here in the opening half. Hand this off up the middle. That's down and inside.
Number 31, Grant Sievers on the carry.
Yeah, Sievers again going to get the carry on it. Brought down by a slew of Lions, led by number 78, Ben Smith, and number 6, Nick Slusser. Bringing it down for Bremen. So again, clock continuing to run. It has been nothing but Busco all night long. Busco again bringing it across. Lob this over. That's down low and floats just inside. They go to the 14-yard line. Carson Tonkel on the reception.
Taken down by number 83, Dakota Hickey. That's good for a first down to Busco.
Another handoff. They go inside. That goes inside to pick up to Sievers.
Number 31, Grant Sievers carries the ball.
As he gets it up to the 1-yard line.
Taken down by number 12, Zach Baskiewicz.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 2.
Another chance upcoming. They go to Lawrence. Lawrence again, handoff outside. Easy up and in. Tonkel gets it on. And a touchdown for Carson Tonkel. So Tonkel on the quick answer to make it 26-0. As Busco with the advantage. So Tonkel getting his first touchdown of the season to make it 28-0. It is all in the advantage now. Upcoming for Churubusco. And again, Sievers again, they look like they're going to go for the 2-4 to try to go for an even score. Penalty will be thrown.
Flag on the play. False start, Churubusco.
And a false start's going to go against the Eagles, and this is going to get brought back just a little bit more. As the play is ran inside, they go up to Jack Hulsenbeck. And the two-point conversion is good. We'll step aside. Busco rolling here in the season opener. Back in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cup Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able
28-0 our score in the second. Again, a slew of scores on the board. Husselbeck getting the 2-point conversion. Again, apologies for the minor technical snafu. We feel like we should have it online, back and ready to go. As this one is lopped down to Bremen. A little bit of a trip off the feet of Rodriguez. Now gets a foot on it down at the 14. Finds an open gap. Gets up to the 27-yard line. They may spot him down at the 28 to make it 28-0. 7:05 left to go here in the second quarter. Well, again, a slew of action for you coming up on Summit City Sports. Coming up tomorrow, 2 girls soccer games coming up for you, beginning at 10 and 11 a.m. respectively. Jake and I will be joining you from Wayne High School, as Dwenger will be taking on Wayne. That'll be at 10 a.m. start time, and then at 11 a.m., Thad Goff will join you from Concordia as the Lady Barons take on the Lady Cadets. So some Saturday brunch soccer for you coming up on Summit City Sports beginning tomorrow morning at just a little before 10 a.m. Handoff again on the inside. That goes down to Parrish. As Parrish is going to get up to the 33-yard line from our vantage point. Again, we are high up top here at Churubusco. We are in the elements. Not that there's many elements, just orange and blue skies, as one famous commentator has said before. But nonetheless, a great evening here in the store. And it's been great for Churubusco. Again, 3 touchdowns for number 45 in Bryson Lawrence this evening. Handoff from Wilder again. He's going to get this into the hands of number 26, Logan Mosier, to get it across, and will get Bremen only their 3rd first down tonight to make it 28-0. And Bremen again still just continuing to roll on and on we go. But the Lions, again, just doing a great job of continuing to keep the composure forward. But again, Lions in control. Hand this off again over to Mosier. Mosier again, going to be brought down by a slew of Eagles. Penalty will be thrown, and it looks like that might be going against Busco. As Ott going to get the credit for the tackle. We'll look to see what the penalty is going to be thrown against at the 36-yard line. Could be an opportunity for Bremen to move forward, and it likely will be as we go to our down official. As he goes to Lawrence, look to see what the play call will be, or we should say what the penalty will be. Yep, it's going to be a hold, going to go against Busco. And a face mask, we should say, against Busco. With 5:28 left to go. And Bremen with an opportunity to get in their own territory, potentially for the first time tonight. They're at their own 43. 5:50 and counting left here in the second. Another handoff. They get this up to, they get it out to Dan Meyer.
Number 8, Jake Woodhour, carries the ball for Bremen.
I beg your pardon, and Jack Wilder, he gets his hands on it to make it 28-2. Not 28-0, but a first down, and Bremen looking for an opportunity to try to open the door just a little bit more here in this matchup. As they lead it by 28, and has been really nothing but a Busco domination here so far tonight. The clock continuing to run 28-0, 5:38. They stop the clock on the first down. Again, with the IHSAA rules of a team's leading by 35 before half, or at least any point in the second half, that mercy clock is going to be turned on, and Busco looking to at least try to make sure this game is all but certain. But we'll get a penalty flag thrown. And a false start going to go back on Bremen as they take it back. 5 more yards to the Busco 45.
5-yard penalty.
5:38 still left to go. Again, nothing but Busco so far here tonight, as they've done a great job of really continuing to keep the composure going for this team this evening. And have really just gone all gas, no brakes, giving Bremen a few issues and a few fits here tonight. And a false start going to go, or I should say offside's going to go against Busco. So again, if you're Bremen, you lose 5 yards, you gain 5 right back in there. So again, that's what we say, a no gain, no loss situation if you're the Lions.
Right. And right now, if you're Bremen, you're just wondering what's going to work for you at the end of the half right here. You have 5 minutes left. They're going to try to get on the board here. They're on the Churubusco side of the field. Let's see if they can take advantage of this defense here and get a score on the board.
They lead it by 28. Busco leading by 28. Bremen wants to at least try to trim that deficit just a little bit. Again, 28-0. We've seen leads certainly been trimmed, but timeout going to be called by Bremen. Or actually, they're going to
timeout Bremen.
Yep, they're going to rule that for Bremen.
Their first timeout.
So that'll be their first timeout. We will step aside. 28-0. Churubusco on top. You're watching high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
28-0 advantage of Churubusco, as the Eagles have just continued to find a way to dominate over and over and over. Coming up at halftime, we'll have halftime band performances for you in their entirety, and we will get you caught up on some of the other action going on across the 260. Busy week 1 going on tonight. Across the board, 7 games on our feeds here tonight. So we make sure you want to stay tuned in and keep you updated on all the action as it continues to progress. We can tell you some of the games going on right now. Eastside having a field day over Woodland as it stands, 35-0. They have already entered the third quarter in that one over at Etzler Field, and the Blazers just continue to blaze a trail up front, mind you. Now another chance up front again for Bremen. It's handed off inside. They go to Parrish. Parrish gets it across, but maybe not enough for the first down. It looks awfully close. The chain gang going to be moving up just 1 yard short, as they will be at 31-2. Another handoff inside to Parrish. He will get more than enough on the first down for that one. As Parrish gets it up to the 26-yard line. And Busco now getting right back in action. Or Bremen getting back in action, and it looks like we'll get another timeout. This time called by Churubusco. We'll get another game that we have a score on. 7-0 for the current Class 2 champions in Adams Central, a rematch against Garrett. And again, you know, you talk about 2 teams in Class 2 that have really dominated so much. Let's talk about that while we have a little bit of time here in the break between Garrett and Central. You being obviously on the Jet side for so many years, obviously. How's that rivalry really shaped over the past couple of seasons?
Right. So the last couple of years, they brought the rivalry back. I know since Garrett was out of the AC a couple years ago, the AC didn't schedule Garrett, so when AC put Garrett back on the schedule, I know Mosier was excited to have some competition in that week 1. I know last year when Adams Central lost that first game, they didn't know where to go after that. AC starting 0-1 for the first time, and I can't even remember when the last time we started 0-1. So to see them bounce back, win 14 straight, it was an awesome ride.
Absolutely. And then also, too, credit to the Railroaders as well, as they had, again, that 13-0 run, winning it at the Horn in their regional game, we should say, only eventually to lose to eventual 3A runner-up in Bishop Luers. You know, you have to think people kind of overlook, at least, not necessarily they overlook some of the smaller schools in the 260, but really that's where a lot of the action has been lately, quite frankly.
Yeah, Garrett last year had an amazing season. They have a new coach this year as well, DePaul. He resigned from his position. So a lot of new faces around because of graduation or new coaches.
Absolutely. It's always a game of change, but maintaining consistency, one of the hardest things you can do. As Parrish is going to get the handoff, but brought down by 3 different Eagles up front. Looks like you got number 51 and Hilsenbeck leading the charge on that one to make it 28-0 with 4:07 left to go here in half number 1. And again, just been a dominant effort. 20 first quarter points already. The hat trick in 11-24 for number 45 and Bryce Lawrence. So. Again, that has been the story so far in case you're just joining us here tonight. And again, a busy week 1 in store across the 260. Already a busy 11 minutes on the board for Churubusco. Bremen hopes to try to answer back quickly in half, and really to close out this second quarter, but potentially in half 2 as Parrish tries to get a hand on it, but doesn't get too much movement on it. Gets maybe about 3 yards on the gain. Look to see what the official ruling is going to be, and we'll get another timeout called by Churubusco. So that'll do it for their timeouts as the Eagles again leading 28-0 against Bremen. So again, we might as well go ahead and get you updated on some of the other action. Again, we had the late start here tonight comparatively to the other games in the 260. Do want to let you know, Leo, Bishop Luers, they're at 7:30 left in the third quarter as the Lions leading over Bishop Luers. We have that game for you right now from Lions Field. Jeff Mahoney, Pat Reith with you on that call right now. Over at General Stadium, they're at the intermission, 21-0. The Class 4 runner-up, East Noble, leading in that matchup right now. Northrop and New Haven, 34-0. They are in the second quarter. In that affair right now, really the game to keep an eye on in the 260 as it stands. It's Warsaw and Snyder. Eli Lawrence is out there right now. They are at the intermission in that one with the Tigers leading 18-0. In the third quarter again, it's been all Blazers all night long as they lead that one 35-0. So a third down again for Busco. Can they find a way to right the ship and get back on the board? Or Bremen find a way to get back on the board? Chance up coming again. But it takes 3 men to bring him down in number 26 and Logan Mosier. Not going to go anywhere in that one. It'll be a fourth down situation, and you have to think you're a little too close to punt. You may be too far to kick it from that vantage point. So you have to think Bremen just maybe try to take a shot in the dark here and try to go for it. As the Eagles, again, continuing to dominate and not really give Bremen any chances. This is honestly the closest they have been by our track to the end zone tonight at the Busco 25. And they'll take a timeout again to think it over. So if you have the timeouts, you might as well find a way to use it. They've got one left, 28-0. We will step aside. Busco rolling Bremen, debating on fourth down. Back in a moment.
Thanks for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
4th and 9 situation for Bremen. So they've got 2 out to the right, 2 out to the left. Goes under the pocket. Schlosser has a hand on it. That is caught, and no, it is deflected. It looked like it was caught from the hands of Jace Pippinger, but it is incomplete, and Busco going to take over on downs. And you have to think close opportunity up front that might have given the Lions the push they were going for. But I like the offensive strategy. They said, why not take a shot? Just go for it.
Right, and you see that play. They had to go deep in their playbook. They had to call a timeout, and they tried to pick the best play on this situation, and it just didn't come out in their favor.
28-0 advantage of Churubusco. And again, you got to think maybe the run play is going to continue to drive the force. They hand this off again to Sievers. He's going to gain about 4 or 5 on the run on that one. And the clock going to continue to run, 2:20 left. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we'll get you caught up on some of the other scores coming across. Some games near the final as it stands. Again, had the late start tonight, 7:30, compared to some of the games in the 2-6-0, but of course we'll keep you updated on all the action as it continues to progress.
Number 31, Grant Sievers.
And the rush again coming in from Sievers on the carry. They're going to get that up to the 34-yard line.
Logan Mosier.
As Logan Mosier going to get credit for the tackle on that one. 28-0 advantage of Churubusco. Handoff again, they go to Tonkel. Tonkel up front, Tonkel, one man to beat, Grant Tonkel, he will score!
Number 14,
Carson Tonkel gets it across. And just like that, Churubusco rolling on here on opening night, 34-0.
Carson Tonkel with a 66-yard run.
Take a look at that one again. As a great rush up front finds the left alley. And again, this is what Busco has been known to really do well. Try to penetrate the defenses, get past some of your D-backs, and really look to nothing towards daylight. And that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to try to go for the 2 here. That's been the strategy tonight. They've only been 1 of 3 for it. But this time, make it 2 for 4.
Brody's brother, Bryce Lawrence.
As Bryce Lawrence gets it up and in. And the clock is on their side. 36-0 with a $1:31 left to go in the second before we head to the intermission. And again, take a look tonight. 2 of the all-important key touchdowns, one of which early on, we should say the interception. Take a look at that again once more. That's coming back from the hands of Bryce Lawrence. Was able to get that across in time. And then early on in the match, what we thought was going to be a quick touchdown was brought back. But again, Lawrence's second touchdown of the night, able to capitalize on that 64-yard pass. Bryce Lawrence catching it from Brody. So again, some of the key highlights we have here tonight, 36-0. And Busco again just continuing to roll, 1:31 remaining. And you know, you got to think time is certainly on their side at this point, and they're really doing just about everything you can ask for at the moment, Jake.
Yeah, and right now you see the score, but it's week 1. Teams are going to struggle. You know, when you go into practice, when you write that 15-play script, it's hard to build, and hard to build that when you're only a couple weeks in. You did have the summer, but nothing compares to this right here.
Absolutely. And also, too, I mean, of the official practices, you only have a few weeks for that, really ready to kind of get going and take it time to gel. And again, for Bremen, they have the new head coach coming in Justin Bognia. You have to think, too, a lot of work to go. I'm losing a lot of graduating seniors.
Right.
It's really a task that it's tough to take on when you first take it, but when you build that program under your foundation, you could certainly go a long way.
Exactly.
Little fumble up in the hands of Jake Rodriguez, still keeping his hands on it, chased down by 3 Eagles. Finds a little seam and gets pushed out at the 26-yard line. With 1:20 left to go, it's 36-0 advantage of Churubusco. And again, really the scoring tonight, I mean, Lawrence has dominated, but the second quarter really coming in from Carson Tonkel, who's been able to find some great seams up front too, especially on that left side.
Right. So now we're getting all the names out here. Going to learn all these new names in Churubusco. A lot of new names coming back. This is just a fun Churubusco team to watch so far. You hope the success goes through all season, because this Churubusco team has a history of being successful.
That they have winning their first division title no matter what, whether it's combined or even the split school divisions in the NECC, winning that for the first time in 9 years last season, winning that small school division. Handoff again, they go back over to Walder, keeping it in his hands, but in Wildauer, we should say,
taken down by number 10.
But it doesn't really go anywhere.
And then one thing, if you followed Churubusco last year, they started the season 0-3. They couldn't get anything going on their offensive game last year. And then, you have your second half season. They ended their season with a 5-3 record. Sadly, their season ended in the sectional semifinal. But you build off that. You bring a lot of players back. You give the players some hope going into this year. And then if you're Bremen, you're struggling right now. You hope after this half you have a lot of positives go into the third quarter.
Absolutely. Third half, I think that's the post game, we should say, for those of you keeping in mind.
I can't believe I said third half.
It's
you're good at math.
If you're good at math,
Number 22,
that's a nice little rhyme. And you know what? In 20 seconds, we're about out of time. As the clock continues to run, 17 seconds. Thank you for joining us for Puzzle Place here as we go into halftime. 36-0 in advantage of Churubusco. We're having way too much fun here. The Eagles having way too much fun as they go into the half, thanks to 2 big scores coming in the hands of number 45, Bryce Lawrence, number 14, Carson Tonkel, as we go to the intermission. So at the intermission, it is Churubusco 36, Bremen 0. We'll be back. We'll show you the halftime festivities coming up here at Churubusco. Looks like they've got some T-shirt tosses going on right now to our right, as the student section having a little bit of fun down there. If we can zoom out a little bit as Busco gets that out of play. So they have more T-shirts upcoming. And again, having just a lot of fun here tonight. Busco having a lot of fun as well as they lead it 36-0. We're at the break. We'll be back with halftime, get you caught up on all the first half action, and also show you some halftime festivities here from Churubusco. This is high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cup Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge. Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never make enough. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook. Big low come through frying. Hey, let her cook. Okay. Too much cake out bow. Oh God. Let her cook. All this sauce I'm trying.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve. to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
We are back in Turtletown for week 1. We have Churubusco and Bremen. We have a 36-0 lead for Churubusco going into the third half. Let's read some of these ads here. We got Big-Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big-Eyed Fish. Tom Steel Tire has been serving the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services. In Ottenwaller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process. From bidding to build, visit OttenwildContracting.com. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality of volleyball players in the area. From ages 5 to 18, jump aboard. Together, we can reach the summit. Jolie Law Firm is the area's best criminal defense firm, helping defend the accused from the government. Whether you are facing an OWI or other criminal accusations, Jolie Law Firm is the answer. Siaka Cleaning Restoration, providing commercial and cleaning services including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana. Online degree programs at University of St. Francis are built for convenience and flexibility. Most degrees can be completed in 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu. Specialists in design, build, mechanical, and refrigeration. Visit TJW Am I on? Yep. The 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Labrador Laborers District. Oh my goodness. Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are in Luna. Pronounce.
Also brought to you tonight by Parkview Sports Medicine. You can earn your edge this season with Parkview Sports Medicine's edge training programs, maximizing your athleticism through personalized performance training to reach your goals and get you to the next level. Visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com/edge to schedule your free consultation. And I think we know this one quite well, Jake. As tonight's game is brought to you by who else?
Summit City Sports.
You can follow us on X at 260 Sports. Like us on Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Search Summit City Sports. So let's go ahead and just talk about the first half as it hands right now. Jake, obviously, going through the ad reads. Don't worry, it gets easier, I promise you.
And this is so small, I can't read it.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. You talk about, obviously, how this Churubusco team has done so well here thus far tonight. And we were talking at least with some of the coaches up top. They're saying they've been used to being, not at this level for so many years, and yet off to a great start against what's historically been a very good Bremen team.
Right. A 36-0 lead definitely shows what is going on tonight. They established the run game very early. I know that first drive, Churubusco was trying to get the pass game going. They couldn't get it going, so they got in a 3-and-out, and they haven't gone 3-and-out since.
Absolutely, and you have to think, though, too, they've done a great job of at least trying to continue to command the scoring, but also doing it in spurts, though, too. I mean, really, we haven't seen, too many controlled plays, at least, trying to get into the end zone. I mean, yes, you see your occasional 15-yard runs, your 10-yard runs, but we see just explosive plays. How have they done a really good job of just trying to find those open gaps for Bremen?
Yeah. In the second half, you want to see them spread the ball out a little bit more, get the quick pass game going. Churubusco is just breaking it up the middle, and Bremen has nothing going on for them.
Well, we'll look to see what they can continue to try to do coming up in half number 2. But meanwhile, let's go ahead and get you updated on some of the other action going on across the 260. In fact, some games coming up into the fourth quarter, and very exciting as we will get you updated on these right now. As Leo, they're up 14-7 over Bishop Luers. They are in the fourth quarter. And again, these are games that are currently live right now on Summit City Sports. If you wish to check out some of the other action we have for you tonight, Leo and Luers, that's 14-7. They are in the fourth quarter over there. East Noble and Wayne, 28-0. The Knights over the Generals, commanding the attack up front. Over at New Haven, you're looking at a 34-0 game, and a Northrop team that, again, went 2-8 last season. Boy, have they found a way to rebound, and thanks to a new key receiver to make that happen.
Yep, that's Maddox. He's probably having a huge game tonight for them. You see the score, and I thought it was going to be switched. I thought New Haven was going to go in there, be confident coming out of the Northeast 8, but they're getting handed to the Northrop right now from the Summit.
Now the other matchup we have for you, Warsaw and Snyder. Snyder leading that one 22-18. They are in the third quarter in that one. Eli Lawrence standing by at Spooler Stadium on that one. Meanwhile, Woodland has broken the scoring drought on their end. It's 38-6. Still advantage of the Eastside Blazers in that one. And the other game going on there also, I believe, at the intermission as well, waiting to get confirmation on it. But Northridge and Northside, that's 21-0. And again, the two sophomore running backs for Northside continuing to make a lot of noise here in this one. We will step aside. We also got free pork burgers tonight, thanks to our friends here at Churubusco. Our first time we've had a chance to come to a game here at Eagle Country in Turtletown, and you got to say they've done a great job of taking care of us here.
Yeah, this is a great atmosphere. A lot of new buildings here on the Churubusco football property. A couple new. It looks like they're investing a lot more, and they're trying to get the Churubusco football in success.
Absolutely. That's obviously coming from, number one, the head coach, too, and Paul Zay, but also athletic director Hayden Kilgore coming in from Central Noble to lead the charge here as AD at Churubusco, and he's done a great job of continuing to lead charge. So our thanks and gratitude goes out to him and the entire Churubusco community. They say great things are happening on the T-shirts, and certainly great things are happening right now as the Eagles lead it 36-0 here at the intermission. We will step aside, be back in just a moment. This is high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
This is so small.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cub Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, and that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge. Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never making up. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook, big low come through frying. Hey, let her cook, okay. Too much cake out bow, oh God. Let her cook, all this sauce I'm trying.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
As we get ready to go to the third quarter here at Churubusco, as the Eagles just continue to dominate and roll over Bremen tonight, thanks to 3 touchdowns on the board, thanks to one Bryce Lawrence, again, who's just continually dominated on the board, 3 touchdowns today. Also Carson Tonkel getting 2 scores on the board, and the Eagles just continuing to roll in the season opener again against a very good Bremen team that has made a lot of noise in their north corner of Indiana, just a little bit north of Plymouth. If you take a look on the map, Joe Northern, Jacob Hafland on camera, delighted to have you with us again tonight. Opening week here in the 2-6-0 mini games already beginning to go final. If you are just joining us from watching one of our other games, we'd like to welcome you. Those of you who just saw the conclusion of Eastside and Woodland, where the Blazers took care of the Warriors tonight, 38-6. And an important win for one of the star quarterbacks in Eastside, who I believe is only just a sophomore as it stands. So again, the Blazers off to 1-0. Woodland begins the year at 0-1. Other scores going on right now. Northrop there in the third, and rolling over New Haven, 34-0. Snyder and Warsaw, 22-18 advantage of the Panthers. They're over at Spooler Stadium. Leo leading over Bishop Luers, 14-7. They are in the fourth in that one over there. North side, they're at the intermission, about to start the third quarter, make it 21-0. So just to get again, East Noble leading over Wayne, 28-0. So just to get you caught up on some of the other games we have for you on the network, we'll let you know where we're going to be next week. 8 games and a bonus Saturday game next week. So we'll have that for you coming up as time permits, but we are officially in the running clock per IHSAA rules. You're leading by 35. The clock comes on and will continue to run, and Churubusco again trying to continue to keep things going. You have to think that they'll stay on the rushing attack more so tonight. They hand this off again. They find 2 Sievers up the middle.
Grant Sievers on the carry.
As Sievers gets that on the carry to get about a 7-yard gain.
Taken down by number 59, Logan Fredrickson.
As Logan Fredrickson brings it over. As we turn off the shades on the camera, give you a little more of a view as it stands. But again, a great night so far here at Churubusco. Great night to be an Eagle. Great things are happening, as the T-shirts say. Meanwhile, if you're Bremen, you're trying to find some answers and figure out a way. How do you rebuild from here as it stands? As you trail 36-0. Handoff again up front, and a great gain.
Number 31.
By number 31 by Grant Sievers. Going to get about a 14, 15-yard gain coming in from the senior fullback. And a 15-yard gain, good enough for another first down for Churubusco. So the clock continuing to run, Churubusco continuing to dominate here in this one tonight. We know obviously it's been all Eagles all night long. Do apologize for at least a little bit of the lag that we had midway through the second quarter. We do believe we do have that resolved for now and should be riding steady on the stream moving forward. Hand this off again. They go to Jackson Brock. Brock runs this one across.
Number 15, Jackson Brock on the carry.
So he's going to gain maybe about 5-6 yards. Look to see where officially he goes down. Actually, they're going to give him 7, so the generous spot up coming from the chain gang. Make it 8.
Gain of 8 on the play, makes it 2nd down and 2.
So 2nd down and 2, 9:19 and counting left to go here in quarter number 2. As they go 2 out to the right, 1 to the left. Hand it up again. It's stuffed up the middle by a slew of different Bremen tacklers.
Carries the ball for Churubusco for no gain.
So you got number 73 in Ethan Britton, and number 78 in Ben Smith on the tackle to slow down Sievers for just a moment. So 8:50 left to go. Clock continuing to run. It has been nothing but Busco all night long here at the home of the Eagles. And a great crowd here on hand. Nearly full to capacity from where we are standing. So we are on top of the press box here at Churubusco.
Bryce Lawrence on the carry.
No gain on the carry coming in for Bryce Lawrence, and Busco
Taken down by number 45, Derek Miller.
will not have the chance to convert and go again for back-to-back first downs, and will punt it away, but we'll have to pin Bremen pretty deep. But again, you know, timing is certainly the name of the game in this one, as they've found a way to get 4 minutes removed off the clock and then some, as we hit that 7:58 mark left here in the third. And clock continuing to go. Here's the snap. This one kicked up. And right back into the hands they go to number 1 in Parrish. Parrish again trying to keep his hands on it. Breaks a couple tackles before being met by a slew of Eagles. Brought down at the 39-yard line. So Bremen going to have roughly about 61, 62 yards to work with. Midway through quarter number 3, 7:21 left to go. Clock continuing to run. I'll let you know where these teams are going to be coming up next in just a little bit, once we get a little bit of a stoppage in time and stoppage in play. We'll also let you know next week where we will be Jacob Havlin will also join me for that coming up once time permits and get you that schedule. We'll let you know coming up in the fourth quarter, let you know what's coming up next week here on the network. For Bremen right now, they're trying to keep their hands on it. That's 3-on-1 that's brought down and nowhere to go to again once more for Braden Parrish.
Braden Parrish on the carry.
As Parrish again gets the quick run across, but only maybe a few yards up the middle to make it 2nd and 8. As you can kind of hear some of the frustration. We're up here with both coaching staffs. Also, too, talking about some of the plays, and they're just steering. We're hearing at least from the Bremen offensive coaches saying, you just got to block somebody. And that's something that they've been trying to do here tonight on both sides of the ball. And a tackle brought down this time, coming in from number 10. Number 26, Logan Mosier, I should say, on the run. Weston ought to bring him down on that front. So 36-0, already halfway through quarter number 3. Just passing 9:02 p.m. So we've hit the 92-minute mark in this match as it stands. And Busco again lighting it up thanks to the quick touchdowns from Bryce Lawrence. Ball is loose, but recovered again by Bremen. Picked up this time by Jace Pippinger.
Number 22, Jace Pippinger carries the ball.
Pippinger gets it up, but not going to have too much room to work with as they only get it up to the 37-yard line. Or 38-yard line, we should say. And likely they're going to bring on the punting team, and they will. 5:19 left to go. Clock continuing to run. And a punt again upcoming. This time off the hands for Snyder. So we're getting more updates coming in. We'll let you know at the conclusion of this play what we have for you. And it's a fake. It's going to go back into the hands of, again, in Walder. Walder can't get it. So the trick play doesn't work out. And Bremen's going to turn it over on downs. But again, credit for the trick play, but could not get his hands on it as Lawrence was able to break it up in time. Again, other scores that has been going on, and including interesting situations we've seen too across the 2-6-0 tonight. One score we want to get you updated on, Warsaw and Snyder at the end of the third quarter. The Tigers leading that one 24-22. They are in the red zone. Eli Lawrence is on the call for that one right now. So if you want to catch that action, Eli has you covered. Other action going on, Adams Central over Garrett. That's 7-0. 2 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter in that one. And it's been all Northrop at New Haven, 34-0. Another handoff up front. So that's going to be in the hands of Callan Motter.
Number 5, Cal Motter on the
Cal
carry.
Motter gets the carry up front
Pushed out by number 1,
to try to
Braden
slow down, or at least try to speed things up for the Eagles with 3:43 left to go.
First down, Churubusco.
As Busco again gets another first down. Really, we've seen the average yardage tonight. We don't have an official tally by any stretch, but at least you would say 8-7 yards for just about nearly every play offensively we've seen the Eagles run here tonight. 2 out to the right again once more for Lawrence. Actually, Lawrence is not going to be in. He's going to be taking a seat as he is going to be brought down. It's actually number 28, in Colt Singleton. Not going to be able to get things moving forward. Logan Fredrickson bringing him down in the meantime with 3 minutes left to go here in quarter number 3. And the clock continuing to run very much in Busco territory. As they are over the line and certainly ready to wrap it up. Another chance upcoming once more. They go to Blaine Wilson. Wilson again, under center. 1 out each right, gets his halfback. We'll get a whistle and a penalty called. Going to go against Busco. Likely a false start.
Penalty will be on Busco for a false start.
So the false start going to go against Busco. And again, clock continuing to run, 36-0. Eagles continuing to really command up front. And again, you know, time very much on your side. You've got 14-10 really left to go. But again, really the opportunity to get, some players that may not get as much field time, get a chance to do it in front of your home crowd, opening night. So we'll be interested to see what Busco is going to try to run up here. Is Blaine Wilson, the freshman quarterback, going to be under center? So we'll get another whistle. That's going to be blown down.
Singleton carries the ball for Busco.
As Singleton's going to be brought back and pushed down. So one would assume that Brody Lawrence's night is done and has been done for the last 10 and a half minutes. Thus far in the third quarter, we've got $1:30 left to go before heading off into the fourth. And we'll get this across again once more. 2 out to the left for Wilson. 1 out right. Go for the halfback. And hand it off this time back into the hands of Benton Flaherty.
Number 42, Benton Flaherty.
So Flaherty on the handoff, but doesn't get much to work with to make it 4th and 14. And so the Busco team looks like they're going to go ahead and maybe debatable if they're going to punt it away or not there at Bremen's 37. I mean, you have a 36-point lead. You don't technically have to take the snap if you need to. As again, you have a little bit of time on your side. Play clock, well, you got about a 28-second difference between game clock and play clock. So you may have to run it at least one more time. And they're going to go for at least the punting unit here. That's going to be off the foot of Jackson Brock. This one lobbed up. We thought it was going to be recovered potentially by Busco. They had a chance, but penalty going to be thrown at the 13. Nonetheless, clock going to continue to run. As Singleton tried to get a hand on it, could not get it, but doesn't matter. That is how this third quarter will come to a close. So no score added on in the third. Churubusco 12 minutes away from going 1-0 to start their 2025 season. Back in a moment. This is high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never making up. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook, big low come through frying. Hey, let her cook, okay. Too much cake out bad, oh God. Let her cook, all this sauce.
We go to the fourth quarter, 36-0. It has been all Busco all night long as we go to the fourth. Joe Northern, Jacob Havlin with you again, taking a look again at the upcoming schedule for next week here on the network. Again, we've got, as it stands right now, of course, we say subject to change. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, or X, I should say, at 260. Keep you updated on what's going on across the greater Fort Wayne area, and of course, the greater 260 for football. We'll get you updated and get those games for you in just a second. Meanwhile, it is going to be Bremen pinned deep in their own territory. Going to go right to left on your screen, and that running clock ready to be just continuing to go. So less than 12 minutes and counting in this one. So again, as a reminder, we do want to let you know coming up next week, on the network, we've got a slew of games lined up for you. It all begins again with Leo, which we can confirm. Leo winners tonight over Bishop Luers. 14-7, the final on that one officially. So in case you have stumbled your way to this game, we welcome those of you who have been watching that. Now welcome Angola next week. That is slated for a 7 p.m. start time. Other games in action. Snyder and East Noble going to lead our slate. Huntington North, again, a team that had a Cinderella run last season, going to be taking on a new-look Northrop Bruin squad that had a big win tonight over New Haven. Also, too, New Haven taking on Northside. That'll be one game we'll have in action for you. Plymouth making the drive to Columbia City. Eastbrook at Concordia. Jake, you're going to be on that one coming up. St. Joe will take on Southside, and then Central Noble will be at Woodland. So 8 games on the docket, and then a bonus Saturday night game. Bishop Luers head over to Andrean. And a great tackle brought down again once more by Busco deep into Bremen territory as the clock just continues to run here as it's 36-0 as Wilson bringing it down again once more for Churubusco. It's Blaine Wilson, we should say, bringing him down. So turnover on downs. Busco gonna take over. 10-12 remaining as they are in Bremen territory and have plenty of time to work with. You have to think they're going to try to run it up. As we can see, one of the coaches trying to put up the triangle, try to take on that triangle opportunity. Bremen again tries to get it over, can't get it. They get the first down in time, we should say. Penalty going to be thrown against Bremen as they'll bring it back. And a flag will be thrown against the Lions. 36-0 our score. As it looks like they're going to call that a personal foul and an unsportsmanlike conduct. It looked like maybe a chop block possibly called from our official. Not to say it's officially it's a chop block by any stretch, but again, that's going to push him back 15 yards, 9:15 left to go here in the fourth. But again, all Busco all night long. They've continued again to just lead the charge. They're going to go 4 out, 1 in the backfield. As we'll get yet another whistle, and they're going to push him back just a little bit further. So a false start. And this time they might have to go pretty close to half the distance.
False start on Bremen.
And they will. So Bremen going to go half the distance of the goal line on that one. So no dice on the board yet for the Lions. And as it holds right now, time is becoming of the essence. 8:20 left to go here in the ball game. To avoid a shutout, potentially one of many shutouts here in the region tonight. Question is, can they continue to keep it going? Going to run it out to the right. Back again once more in the hands of Parrish. Parrish again trying to keep his hands on it. Still plenty of work left to do. And gets a nice gain up front. As they get it up to the 20-yard line. So about 11-yard gain. But again, still a lot of work to do as you are third and still very, very long to go. So we have a whistle and a timeout with an injured player on the field, and we will step aside. 36-0, Busco rolling. This is high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it. I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them. We ain't never making up. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook. Big low come through frying. Hey, let her cook. Okay. Too much cake out bad. Oh God. Let her cook. All this sauce.
We're back, and again, Bremen going to be third and long, 3rd and 17 officially, 7.5 left to go. This one's lobbed, and it is incomplete, but a flag going to be thrown. It looks like PI might be going against Churubusco, and another Lion gone down. So again, they stop the clock at 7:17 remaining in the third. Looking to see who that might be. That might be number 1 in Braden Parrish. Down for the moment, and again, the players moving off the turf for just a moment. So they stop the clock at 7:17. As I welcome back in Jacob Haviland, again, we've kind of said the same thing over and over tonight, really, as Busco's just continued to dominate, but also to, the one thing you hate to see is obviously players get banged up in week one, which we've seen back-to-back for Bremen early on here in this fourth quarter.
Right, and a lot of these players this is their first physical game of the year. They know injuries are going to happen, especially week one. It's going to happen. It's going to be a long season, and you hope it's not too serious of an injury on the Bremen side. On any side of injury,
Any side.
You don't want it to be too serious.
You're looking at third and 3, if not 3rd and 2. 3rd and 3 officially now ruled for Bremen. So they get a chance up front. They break the plane. Now another chance upcoming. They go to Braden Parrish. Parrish on the run before being brought down by A.J. Norris. But a great run for Braden Parrish.
Number 12, A.J.
Looks like he took a dive for just a second, but now getting back up on his feet. And here's the thing, Parrish has done a great job at least holding his own tonight, continuing to force those rushes up again for this Lion team, and a senior leader too, nonetheless.
Right. Yeah, he was on my key player list tonight. He didn't have a lot of stats last year since Bremen was a huge senior-led team, but he is one of your key players for Bremen this year.
Absolutely something to keep an eye on in Lion Country. There's a little over halfway to go here in the fourth, 6:09 left. It's going to be handed off this time to Mosier. Mosier again gets the chase up front. Gets to break the plane a little bit.
Number 26,
at least break the first down play, we
carry.
should say. But that should be close enough to the first down. If not, maybe they're going to give him 9 yards. 9 or at least 8. We'll wait to see what the official ruling is. They're going to give him 9. So 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1 at the Busco 31. So we haven't seen too many trips in the Lions enter Busco territory tonight. But can they continue to keep things moving forward? They hand it off again to Mosier. Mosier trying to break through forward. Breaks a couple tackles. Mosier getting so close.
Number 26, Logan Mosier on the carry.
As he's down to the Lions 2. 5:18 left to go. And an opportunity for Bremen to get their first points of the season. And we'll look to see if they will call a timeout on the board or at least to rule it to get the chain gang moving. If not, an injured player coming off for just a second, and it is indeed another injured player.
It might just be
maybe a cramp, yeah.
The best case scenario there.
Sometimes cramps are not a bad thing. We can tell you that. First and goal now. Bremen, opportunity up front. They go to Parrish. Is it enough? It looks close, and it is.
He's in there.
Touchdown Lions.
Number 1, Braden Parrish on the carry.
So
hey,
Braden,
you didn't get a blowout?
You didn't get a blowout. You got the touchdown you needed. And so, again, the clock continuing to run again after that second quarter. If you're above 35, going to continue to run. But, again, Bremen not going to get offered here tonight. They get the touchdown on the board. And thanks again to who else but their senior leader in Parrish. And, again, Parrish, the senior core leader in that running back position.
Let's see his stats here.
And again, you take a look at what he's done. Didn't get too much in the rushing guard because, again, keep in mind, this is pretty much a new look offense for the most part for this Lions team. So really, the other thing you have to consider is that they have to kind of continue to learn the chemistry with each other. PAT is up and good, by the way, in case you missed that. So look at a timeout with 3:51 remaining here in the fourth quarter as Busco, again, continuing to dominate. Now, don't forget, more action for you coming up next week on Summit City Sports across the board. And coming up next week, let's talk a little volleyball for you, as we'll have 3 games in action for you next week, with Monday night as the Norwell Knights take on the Blackhawk Christian Braves. That'll be just before 7 p.m. And then we'll head over to Snyder as one of the top teams in 3A, Angola, comes to town to take on the Panthers. Early start for that one, just a little before 6 p.m. right here on the network. And then Thursday night, a great matchup between 2 really competitive powerhouse teams in Adams County, as South Adams travels up to take on Belmont, the rare 2A versus 4A matchup. Jake, I know you're going to be out there for that one. I know you've been looking forward to that matchup, too, on the court. We saw a lot of great action, too, last week from the Braves. And our first look, your first look, I should say, at South Adams. I'll be out next week for at least the latter portion. But, anything you're looking forward to in that matchup?
Those are the top 2 Adams County volleyball teams. It is a huge difference between sizes, but familiar teams to each other. They play each other once a year. It normally brings a good crowd out to Adams County and to Decatur. I know Bern is only a 15-minute drive, so I know South Adams will be traveling very well to fill that TP up in Decatur.
We'll have that for you coming up on Thursday night. That'll be about 6:30 p.m. the start time on that one. That's going to be lobbed up by Busco this time as Bryce Lawrence back in for the return. And Lawrence, again, he is certainly probably the nominee. I don't want to say officially yet, our Parkview Sports Medicine Player of the game.
But it's looking like it.
The odds are very much in his favor, we should say.
Right.
So 36-7, 3:20 left to go here in this one. It has been an all Busco affair all night long, and again, credit to, the senior squad for everybody continuing to buy in, and especially, too, of what it felt like a team of 2 different seasons, starting off 0-3 last season, but then you go on the deep run, you win the small school division in the NECC, you go all the way, make at least to the sectional semifinal, obviously. You lose in that, which you hate to see happen, but, you've got a lot of good things to look forward to. And certainly tonight, a lot of great things to look forward to when you take a look at their upcoming schedule. And it will not be an easy upcoming schedule, too, as you have Lakeland as they head on the road for 2 games. They go to Lakeland next Friday night. Then they head to Garrett on the 5th. And the Eastside game, again, a very good young quarterback for Eastside you want to keep your eyes on, too. That should be a fun matchup, the next home game here on the 12th.
Yeah, and so if you're Churubusco, your early season schedule definitely is a tell on what your season's going to be. Like last year, like we said, they started 0-3 against, and they weren't bad teams. Their first 3 teams, they're very competitive, either bigger or a couple of sizes bigger than Churubusco.
It's brought down, goes to 3rd and 14. Clock going to continue to run, down to 2 minutes left here in this one. And again, Miller going to be bringing it down on the tackle for Bremen. Meanwhile, the Lions, they've got an away trip to Triton, and then they welcome Boone Grove coming up on September 5th and go to LaVille, and then 3 straight home games to end out September and into October with Jimtown, Glen, and Culver's. So get a team that went 7-5 last year, new head coach, new opportunities ahead. Obviously, a little bit of work tonight that Bremen's going to take away from it, but at least some positive momentum taking on, again, a Churubusco team that's really trying to strike when the iron is hot, and they've done a great job doing so. Carry on that by Aiden Stroder.
Right, and there's coming into the season, like we talked about, Churubusco finishing their season on a 5-3 record. That's a huge momentum shift. When you have a bad first half, and then when you have a lot of returning starters, especially with a lot of production on the offense and defensive side of the balls,
it certainly really lights it up and gives the Eagles an opportunity into the final minute of play. 49 seconds left officially on the clock, as Busco going to just try to punt it away on this one. Kicked up by Lawrence. Lobbed up, fumble, ball live, but recovered again by Bremen. Or Bremen, excuse me. In their own territory, 30 seconds, but probably won't have enough time to get a play off, about maybe a 1 second difference. Actually, they stopped the play clock. That is how this one is likely going to come to a close, as they're getting in the handshake lines, ready to go. But an absolute staple, well, you say staple wins, any win that you get to opening night, it always leaves a lot of momentum left.
Yes, it does, especially when you're on the right side of the game this year to start your season 1-0.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's exactly what Churubusco has done as they win their season opener 36-7 here in this one. And our Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game, that's going to go to who else but number 45 in Bryce Lawrence. I mean, again, with a first quarter where he just quite simply didn't look back, and the Eagles didn't look back either.
Yeah, it was a dominating performance from Bryce. When we were prepping for this game, his name came up on Max Prep with a lot of stats, and it's true. He is a menace out on this field. You hope he stays healthy this year and leads Churubusco into a successful season.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, we know we will have a chance to see these Eagles again coming up later on into the season. We don't know officially the dates that we will be back here, but our hope is that we possibly will be back here for that East Side game coming up 3 weeks from tonight. And who knows, this could be a Busco team that could go 3-0. Jake, let's do this in about 12 hours from now for girls soccer.
Hey, what's another day?
What's another day? I think it's like Groundhog Day. I feel like we've done this day after day.
Yeah,
it's not bad though.
I think we're on our 6th day in a row. Monday, Tuesday. Yep. Or you're good.
And it's just like I don't know, singing the Happy Days theme song. But we're not going to do that due to the copyright strike. We'll just tell you good night. Churubusco wins it 36-7. Other games live right now for you: Warsaw and Snyder. Snyder getting a late touchdown in the 4th. They have now made it what it appears to be a potential game-tying situation, and it is not, as Snyder fails the 2-point conversion, but flag goes down. So we will say good night. Be sure to join in some of the other action right now on SummitCitySports.com. We will see you. Jake and I will see you tomorrow. We'll see you next week for football. So long, everybody.
Speaking of that, what time?
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is